2 more minutes, 2 more minutes. It's almost game time, baby. One more minute and it's game time. 1 more minute.
Get comfortable, I'm about to get comfortable. We don't consistently do what we do. Talking is talk, walking is walk. I'm about to get comfortable. I'm about to get comfortable. Oh, they don't like that. Oh, cause I'm here and they ain't going nowhere. I'm about to get comfortable. I'm about to get comfortable. We don't consistently do what we do. Talking is talk, walking is walk. I'm about to get comfortable. I'm about to get comfortable. Oh, they don't like that. Oh, cause I'm here and they ain't going nowhere.
Your question for me is, can I play without cheating this game? The day I can't give the game everything on the floor is the day I'll be done. Lucky for you guys, that day is not today.
What's the deal? Oh, what's the deal? What's the deal, man? Let's get straight into the show. All right, man, let's go.
Let him cook.
Oh, man.
Let him cook now. Let him cook. I said let him cook.
What's going on, everybody out there in YouTube world, YouTube land? I am Jay Jones, and welcome to the live stream lineup.
Sensational.
And yes, today is going to be a good live stream, special live stream. I just seen that something's going on with Diddy right now, so I guess we'll tune into that as well. Guess it's a live thing right now with his hearing. So yeah, man, today's going to be a good show. It's going to be a celebratory show. Yeah. Today's going to be a celebratory show. I'll save my thoughts and stuff at the end. But I'm super excited, super happy to be here on this live stream today as another way to celebrate a milestone moment in my YouTube journey. And what better way to do it while on a live stream with my go-getters on the channel. And we have officially surpassed 10,000 subscribers. And I've decided to actually celebrate this one. I've decided to do a little bit than I did before, because sometimes you have to enjoy your small wins. You have to enjoy your milestones, whether someone comes with you or you do it alone. And this is a big deal, man. 10,000 people have decided to, click onto the channel and subscribe to my content, whether it's reactions that they like, whether it's the live streams they enjoy, whether it's the real estate or whatever. 10,000 people have decided to say, you know what, I'm rocking with this. And that's something to be appreciated, right? I'm very grateful for that. And this YouTube journey has been a quite humbling journey for me up until this point. I've had to pivot quite a few times, and I've also had to figure this out, and I've had to stay in the race for the most part. But today we celebrate 10K, but we'll celebrate that afterwards. We will get into the show and see where this goes. Healer, appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for the just the thank yous and the kind words, man. People like you make this enjoyable. Every person that's like you makes this enjoyable for me, man. You don't understand, But before we get I don't want to get emotional, but 10K is here, right? I have envisioned 10K balloons behind me for quite some time. And hopefully we got another zero to replace this K, and we remove the K down there a little bit more. We'll see how long that's going to take us. Will it be 2 years? Will it be a year and a half? Will it be sooner? I do see 100K, and I'm not stopping until I get a plaque that comes back behind here, right? That is what's on my mind right now. All right, cool. Yeah, I guess this must not be. This must have been old. So I guess Diddy had a hearing today. I seen something that says live, but it looks like that is not a hearing. It looks like this is just like like they're just playing clips from Diddy. Anybody know about that today? What was going on with Diddy? Because it says live, Sean Diddy Combs court hearing. Sean Diddy to be released from jail. Is he going to be released from jail? I didn't hear that. Maybe I need to find this. Maybe I need to find a clip on that real quick and maybe react to that one first. Let me see. This says 3 hours ago bail hearing. That's 2 hours and 57 minutes. My Lord. I just need a like the cliff notes. All right. Let me see something. Y'all. Yeah, it looks like he had a hearing today. Diddy set to appear in court. Yeah, so I guess nothing has been said about it. Diddy's family, kids show support at bail hearing. I guess let's play this real quick. Let's just see what this is about. Where's the airdrop at? There you go. Give me 1 second. All right, let's look at this together real quick. All right, let's take a little look-see over here. I'm doing a little quick pivot because I don't really. I heard about this earlier, but I didn't happen. Is that a lawyer?
Quincy, are you hopeful that today your dad will be released? Do you feel like today might be that day?
His other son?
Miss Combs, how are you doing today?
Oh, that's the Diddler Part 2. Y'all better watch out for him. Yeah, y'all better watch out for Diddler Part 2.
How are you doing today?
All right. So nothing there. I guess there's no information on that yet. I guess guess we'll have to stay tuned about that. Decision expected next week in Diddy's bail hearing. So this was 2 hours ago. Let's react to this one. I guess this will be our first topic for today. And then we'll see what's going on. I'll give y'all my thoughts about Mr. Diddler. Mr. Diddler. That man been ruining lives, man. Ruining lives.
So let's get this bail decision. This hearing seems a little bit different.
Let's go. All right, y'all. Let's get into our first topic of the day. Then I guess we'll talk about Diddy. I 100% pivoted this, but I don't want to miss it. So let's just see what this is about real quick.
So let's get right to this bail decision. This hearing seems a little bit different than the other previous ones. Why is that?
Well, this was a little bit different because you have a new judge. And I mean a new judge in two ways. This judge is new to the case, and he is also relatively new to the bench. So he is definitely taking a look at this piece by piece and really looking at it from a historical perspective. He is also looking at it from the perspective of what.
Why is there a new judge put in place? I mean, I know we messing around with a billionaire. Did he happen to get the other judge removed? What happened with that? Just my inner thoughts.
Happened when the feds raided the Diddy cell last week, which did not go over very well at all with this judge. So that is really something that is really tipping the court's the judge in the defense's favor. So we're looking at that, and so that is definitely something that is giving the judge some food for thought in this instance.
Yeah, this hearing lasted a lot longer than many of the others, which makes you wonder what is going to happen. So what is, in your opinion, are some of the strongest points that the defense actually made?
Well, we're looking at the issue of, is Combs, but when he is behind bars, is that affecting his ability to get a free trial, a fair trial? And so you're looking at the restrictions that he has, that all of his cell phone calls are monitored, all of his visits are monitored. And so he doesn't have a lot of leeway really in which to really participate in his trial. And so that's a big issue that is really really affecting the judges. The judge is going to take into consideration when rendering his decision. And also you have, again, the fact that, that they are really pushing back on the fact that the raid, those notes in the raid, some of those were marked illegal. Now, there is an issue of whether that was marked after by the defense or before by the defense, but either way, it did not sit well with the judge. So the defense is really playing up that issue.
And you mentioned the raid of Diddy's cell several times. I know the prosecution is arguing he potentially could be obstructing justice from inside his jail. Now, if he's released out on bail, I mean, could there be another issue there with also doing the same?
Well, they are offering a lot of monitoring. They're offering to have someone upstairs, two people upstairs and one person downstairs, that he would not have cell phones in his apartment, et cetera, et cetera. So then, and then on the other side, you have the issue that, well, maybe since the security is being paid for by Sean Diddy Combs' side, that there might be some kind of ability to, try and sway his decision in terms of, slipping him money. But the issue is that this is the biggest thing that we're looking at. If he is granted bail and he makes one slip, he goes right back into detention, and that is going to be something that is going to be used very detrimentally at his trial. So if he is released, we are looking at him to be on his very best behavior. And so that is something that the defense is also really playing up as well.
Interesting. Very, very interesting. I mean, I don't really know what to say about this. Oh, Greg, appreciate you, man. Um, I don't really know. I guess it sounds like there's a possibility of him getting released. It sounds like there's a lot of talk around it. There's a new judge involved, which I didn't know about that. So I got a feeling he's going to get released. Right? Just my wild thought, my wild theory is if he has a hearing next week and it's about bond, this is third time. I feel like they're doing this maybe to set an example, let them know that they're serious. And I think he'll get bond. I think he'll get out. I could be wrong. And if I'm wrong, I mean, I'm not going to be like, oh my gosh, I was so wrong. But I got a feeling he's going to go ahead, post bond. He's going to go to his New York mansion or wherever he can go. He's a billionaire. He's got money. He can float. I'm sure his restrictions are going to be lenient, very lenient. So, I think he's going to get it. I think he's going to get it, in my opinion. I don't know. And, the justice system is a little flawed. So we'll see. But interesting. Let me know y'all thoughts about Diddy below. If you see this on the replay, let me know what you think about Diddy. So far, my thoughts of this have just been, I just need more evidence. I just need more. Obviously, and some people are going to point me to, did you see what he did to Cassie and this and that? And I said, yes. But the charges that they're trying to get him for, I'm going to need a little bit more. As far as from a legal standpoint, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just throw charges on him and then try to find him later. It just I don't know. I don't know. There's some S trafficking. There's racketeering. There's like, some form of like prostitution. Like, it's just been crazy. So, I just need them to bring more evidence. I'm not saying that Diddy's innocent. I don't, whatever, but I'm just saying you got to prove that to me. And that's where I'm at right now. I will go $100. Well, I'll go $1 heads or tails that he gets bailed next week. All right. Let me get to this comment right here. What better way to start it with 10K subscribers with a $10 super chat?
Here we go.
Shout out to Greg O'Brien. Greg O'Brien says, congrats on the 10K. Peace from New Zealand. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate the super chat. I always appreciate the super chat. I tell you, man. My man, y'all satisfy my soul when y'all send the super chat, because I know that this is money that y'all worked for. And for you to even give me $1 of that is amazing. And I appreciate it. So thank you. Thank you for celebrating this with me. Make sure y'all hit the like button on the way inside. This is going to be a good show. Good show. We started off with a quick pivot, with Sean Diddy Combs. But shout out to Greg O'Brien for the $10 super chat, man. It's a good tea. So the sponsor of the show today will be Greg O'Brien. Greg from New Zealand will be the sponsor of the show. He dropped the first super chat, showed the love, and let's make this a good one, man. And if y'all feeling needed, throw some more super chats at me. I'm always appreciated. Y'all will make it even a better show for me, all right? So let me get to the next line of business. Oh, let's get to the next line of business. Oh, man, I am loving this. Let me see. Should I start off with that? Or I think I had a Joe Rogan clip, didn't I? Hold on. Let me see. Give me 1 second. Joe Rogan. No. Not that one. Man, I got a whole arsenal of clips. So I think I hit that one. Let me make sure.
If you're a real estate investor that's looking for the most profitable deal to invest in, I want to show you something that took my business from $10,000.
All right, you have to see this.
No, so I got that one already. Is it the first one?
All right, you have to see this. I never expect.
So those two are the same. 1, 2, and I got that one. All right. So, here we go. Booyah. Let's get into it, y'all. So, I have mentioned this on the show before, that the mainstream media is just like a fish out of water right now. Their ratings are tanking right now, and they're letting people go from CNN. There is potential other layoffs coming. But I've also mentioned to you guys a certain YouTuber that is saying that they've spoken to other left-wing YouTubers about their media channels and how they're losing subscribers constantly every day. And they're not just losing, 2 and 3 subscribers. He says they're losing thousands of subscribers. And I really wanted to bring the evidence to the show so we can all talk about it and we can actually see where media is heading now. I'm not even going to say in the next 2 years, where media is heading now. And I believe this is from, the last 4 years, right before election time, I think media was starting to turn a little bit. And I think when that whole 2020 election came and there was a bunch of BS, I think a lot of people started to seek for different information and different sources. And I believe, my opinion, is media started to change drastically after that time because people did not believe what they were hearing. But let's go ahead. Healer says, it seems that some are still in denial as to why folks quit watching. Oh, yeah. They'll be in denial all the way down. So let's get straight into this real quick. Let's get straight into this, man. Shout out to Joe Rogan, man. Joe Rogan. See what he says, and then we're going to jump over to David Pakman. Do y'all know who David Pakman is?
I was just reading something about CNN's ratings.
Let me set this up for you real quick so you understand what's going on. If you are unaware, CNN and MSNBC, their ratings are going way down to the point where Comcast is essentially done. They want to get rid of MSNBC, have an offshoot show, and many news anchors might literally be losing their jobs here very soon. CNN sort of in the same boat. They're losing a ton of ratings. It's being reported that about only 30,000 people are watching some of these CNN shows at a time, and MSNBC, which is why Joe Rogan is popping off on them.
And MSNBC's ratings post-election, they've crashed. All these left-wing kooks on YouTube are hemorrhaging subscribers, where people go, you guys are out of touch, you're not accurate, you're delusional. And people are speaking with their subscriptions, and they're speaking with their purchasing of the Washington Post, and they're purchasing the New York Times.
Now, something else Joe
So let me do. I want to stop it there.
Rogan left out because I want to make sure.
Yeah, let's stop it right there, right? Because then I want to talk about the YouTuber who he might be referencing. Because when I seen this, I said, "Oh boy!" And
Been
so
on
let's get to
YouTube
it.
for 15. When I woke up this morning,
I'm gonna speed it up a bit.
we had lost 5,000 YouTube subscribers compared to where we were last night. Now,
meanwhile, this guy has like 2 million subscribers. So, I mean, 5,000 is still a lot. Like for my channel, I would be like, oh my gosh. Oh. But for him, it's like, it's like a little jab,
the first thing I thought was, is this a glitch? We've been on YouTube for 15 years or something like that. And subscribers always just go up. They just never go down. They go up. Is something wrong with my channel? Is someone attacking my channel? What's going on?
Your message is what's wrong with your channel, sir. Sorry to tell you, but it's your message. It's what you're standing for.
So I started texting. And I texted Brian Tyler Cohen. And I texted Tyler Cohen and Brian Cohen and Brian Tyler. All of them. I texted
all the men that got no testosterone left in their bodies, huh?
all of them. I texted Jesse Dollemore. I texted Luke Beasley and Farron Cousins and Sam Cedar. And every single one of our channels since last night is hemorrhaging subscribers. What is it that is going on? Here is a graphic. As you can see, subscribers just go up, 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 and they are down. It is not just YouTube subscribers. We are seeing record cancellations of paid memberships. Record cancellations. These are the people that keep the show running. Now, for a moment, I thought, if it's just YouTube, maybe YouTube is purging people who are inactive subscribers. And once a year, usually YouTube does this, and you see a little decline, and then numbers go back up. They're not doing it. They're not doing it. And if that were the case, we wouldn't be seeing paid membership cancellations on the web.
So you guys have heard it and you're hearing it now. This is what is actually happening with YouTube and the media in general. We are actually watching people leave and stop subscribing to left-wing media stations because, in my opinion, people are waking up and people are not fooled anymore. And they're tired. They are tired of the rhetoric and the same message that you guys have been going after for so many years. So now what's starting to happen is the direct effect of post-election, and people are starting to see numbers dropping on their YouTube channels. Meanwhile, other folks that are, let's just say, pro-Trump, X, starting to gain more people to that platform because folks are enjoying the information much better. David Pakman, and I actually hate to admit this, but I like to be honest with y'all because I don't got nobody to impress, right? David Pakman, for some reason, I remember watching David Pakman and Brian Tyler Cohen. This is why I even know their names. This was like back in 2020, I believe, like during election time, 2019, 2020 or something. I remember watching them, and I would turn them on and I would say, okay, right? And then I remember I stopped watching them just randomly out of nowhere. Just maybe I was just tired too, and maybe I just was done with their messaging. But like this was like years ago. But people are done, man. And people are tired of the lies. I think that most people will appreciate an objective media who is fair on both sides.
Sensational.
Okay? You don't have to be pro-Trump and you don't have to be pro-Democrat, but we just want the facts. And we just want someone to be unbiased. But when you're so one-sided with this information and your story, people are now starting to leave. They got crushed in the election. You know, we know Democrats, they panic and everything else, and they're probably somewhere on a cruise somewhere. I heard there's a 4-year cruise that they're building for people that, you know, hate Trump, and they'll let you go for 4 years out of the country. They're probably cutting their hair off and going on cruises, and they don't want to hear no more media. But you're seeing the direct effect of CNN, MSNBC looking to sell their stations, doing layoffs. YouTubers are losing subscribers, and you're also seeing X and I'll say right wingers gaining subscribers. Because I believe that this is the new direction of media. This is why when I watched Fox News, and Fox News is kind of getting the idea. I've seen them bring on Lou Valentino. I've seen them bring on Anton Daniels and other people. They're starting to understand that they're going to need some influencers who have a crowd and an authentic crowd of people to grow their channel. All of this media is about to change. It's changing before our very eyes. And the one you watch on TV, all those TV stations, they're going to start to fade. And people are going to want to get their information from X. Some people only want to just listen to politics for maybe 2-3 minutes. Some people look into it. But they don't want to sit up there and listen to you on this panel talk about Donald Trump, threat to democracy, bad guy this, bad guy that, right? And then all of a sudden, after election time, Mika Brzezinski and freaking Joe and everybody else stops calling Donald Trump a threat to democracy, and they stop saying all this stuff. It's all smoke and mirrors. People have woken up, and they now know it's all smoke and mirrors. This is all this is. So people like David Pakman, people are figuring you guys out. They're figuring you guys out. And you guys, if you guys really want to know, and I mean, honestly, I don't want to see the downfall of people's channels because having a YouTube channel myself, it's very hard to get subscribers, keep subscribers engaged and things like that. What they need to now do, my personal opinion, is they need to change their media strategy completely. They got to get off the Donald Trump bash train, get off of it, and find a way to pivot your media. Maybe you're doing current events. Maybe you're doing non-politics just to get people into your channel and then talk about politics. But you got to keep it in the middle. You have to. On my channel, I will call out some BS, right? Like, for example, with the Matt Gaetz thing, I was like, I don't really know much about Matt Gaetz, to be honest with you, but I'm not hearing good stuff about him, you know? I mean, I'm not going to freak out about it, but I'm also like, if it's something I don't like, I'm like, okay, cool. But again, I'm not saying I don't like him, but I am one of those people where it's like, I hear there's a lot of gripes going on with Matt Gaetz between Republicans and Democrats. So maybe this may not be a good thing. And I will say, well, I don't know if Donald Trump made a good decision on this point of view, on this point, and here's why. I'm not going to ride anybody's coattail just because I voted for him. I'm going to be fair and honest. But when you go on these media stations and you hear them talk, they are not honest. They're not honest. And people are done with it. They're tired. So it's a great time to be a content creator, in my opinion. If you got a good personality and maybe politics is your thing or whatever it is, it's a great time to just, come on here and talk your stuff. Like for me, I honestly just say it like I mean it. I'm not trying to be politically correct. And I will tell you that, I don't really know much about this particular part in politics, but I'm willing to learn. And people will come and listen to me just because maybe of how I think and how I'm objective. So, Healers Hill says, yes, we want facts, not their opinion layered all over it. Yeah. And you hit on a great point, right? This is why people are going to X, because X is actually showing real stories, real photos, and real information that they're not showing on the media. And we know, like, for example, when the Trump assassination came and they were showing videos of the actual shooter on the roof, and they're saying, hey, look. We didn't get that from the media. Someone took it on their phone and posted it on X, and there's the real information. There's the facts. And people would much rather hear the truth now. Give me the truth, and then I can decide how I take this information. Not CNN just throwing it down your throat and forcing you to take something you don't want. And they figure if I say it enough, they'll believe it. And sadly, that is how they think, and that is how they have been able to operate. Shout out to, let me see, Greg, you said the traditional news media is outdated the same way Blockbuster lost all of the likes of Netflix. Yeah, I mean, these type of things change, and they change quickly. You got to keep up with the times, and I think the YouTubers are in your example, the Netflix, the red boxes of the world, the disruptors. That's exactly what a lot of us YouTubers are. We're disruptors in the media right now. And a lot of media, they don't like that. But the truth is, people don't want to sit on, and listen to CNN for 2 hours, 4 hours. They just might want to get the information for 3-4 minutes, get the truth, and get up out of there. Just the way it goes. However, the podcasts are run by individuals and will fall when the host goes for whatever reason. What is the long-term solution? A balanced, bigger news organization. Yeah, you got to be in the middle. I think you need to be in the middle. I think if you really want to be credible, you got to be definitely on the left. You have to be calling out the BS. For example, you got to call out the BS right now in the election. Why your party lost, why the Democrats totally just dropped the ball, right? And then if you talk about that and you're honest with that, then maybe you should focus on that so you can gain some credibility from people instead of saying that America's sexist and misogynist. But, it is what it is, man. I just think people are done with it, including myself. Even, like I said, guys like him. At one point I was listening to him and then I just tuned it off because it was just the same story every single time. Like, how many times can you say Donald Trump's name, how many times can you misquote him before people catch on to your BS? You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Let me go ahead and get into this topic real quick. Oh yeah, this is about Trump. I appreciate you, Greg. I appreciate the super chat. Says gotta go. Hope the stream goes well. The HMAC the reactions, they're not going nowhere, man. I'm just I'm going down this Pete and Boz journey, and I just want to give it its attention. But I got Harry Mack still on my list, man. I got Harry Mack on the list. I got Tom McDonald still on the list. Dax. I got Dax. And Pete and Boz. Yeah, pretty much. Those are kind of the guys I got on my list right now. You know, to still go, you know, and react to. All right. Make sure I hit the like button on the way inside. I'm going to turn up on this one. Right. I'm going to turn up on this one because of this next segment. It's about Trump, and it's about the hush money trial.
Sensational.
And I can't wait. Let me save it. And let's get to it. So let's talk about old Trump being able to evade the New York court. Let's go.
The New York judge has granted Donald Trump's request to file a motion to dismiss his hush money case, and his sentencing is now indefinitely postponed. So let's get right to Kara Scannell. What does this mean for Trump's case, Kara?
Well, Pam, this is widely expected because both Trump's team and the prosecutors had signaled to the judge that they were ready to litigate this further, right? Trump's lawyers had asked for permission to file a motion to dismiss the case because Trump is now president-elect and heading into the White House. And prosecutors said that they wanted to go that course, too. They wanted to fight to uphold the conviction. And so they presented this to the judge earlier in the week, and both sides saying that, you know, they acknowledge that Trump's sentencing has to be postponed in this case because, as prosecutors noted, they expect there to be many appeals here. So this was expected. The judge is now officially postponing Trump's sentencing. No future date has been set, so it is indefinitely. And he set out a briefing schedule for them to get these legal arguments underway. So he's saying that Trump's team needs to file their motion to dismiss by December 9th. Prosecutors will have 1 week to file their response, and then the judge will take this under consideration. This also means that he is not issuing his decision on presidential immunity at this moment, saying that that is also on hold until after he gets all of these legal briefs. So this is the first step in what will be the next stage of this case as they continue to litigate whether this conviction stands. Pam?
All right, Kara Scannell, thanks so much.
All right, man, here come the horn. Well, this is it. So Trump is finally found a way to be Teflon Don once again. Look, man. Let me. I've said this. I said this years ago. All right. I said this years ago. Many people have said the same thing where they said Trump is not going to go to jail, y'all. Trump's not going to jail. And people just kept going down the TDS route. Oh, yeah, he is. He's a criminal. He's corrupt, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yo, I know y'all hate the man, but this is not about to happen. And they had 4 years to try this. And they were jamming this court case. They were trying to skip deadlines to get him in jail before he became president-elect.
Sensational.
Just before the election, they wanted him in jail, right? Democrats have failed at every single step that they've tried for Donald Trump. Ever since he got out of the office in 2020, right? It has been quite interesting to watch. Since the first day, they went after him about the taxes. They were going after him about all these things. They start building all of these court cases, right? And they completely failed every step of the way, all the way to the election they have failed.
Sensational.
They even pushed Biden out of there to throw old Kamala in old Kamala up in the front race, just for her to get swallowed up, as TD Jakes would say. And they still failed. You guys could not take down Donald Trump at all. And it's apparent. Donald Trump, and I got to pick this up again, right? I guess I've been liking my chess pieces the last few live streams. Donald Trump has been playing chess. Unfortunately, he's been on defense a lot of the time with the Democrats, but he's been playing chess. Before he got out of office, he got himself, didn't he give himself like immunity he got himself. He already knew before getting out of office, let me go ahead and get this together because I already hear that this is what y'all trying to do. He had that place set up years ago, right? That way he doesn't go to jail. Supreme Court in his favor, right? Boom. There's another chess move from Donald Trump. Supreme Court, in place just in case things get a little nasty in there. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention, he goes to New York for the business case or whatever, and they try to give him like a bunch of money. Then he negotiates, basically kind of plays the, oh man, I don't know if I got that money, but I got this, negotiates it down, pays it. I remember when he was asked how you gonna pay for it, he said, oh, I'm gonna pay for it in cash, which means, oh, I got that money and I got the money that they asked for, but because I'm a businessman and I know how to negotiate, I got my settlement down. And their very last hope and pray, Democrats' very last hope and pray was what? Felonies in prison.
Sensational.
And they got the felonies on them. Manufactured felonies and all. And they said, we want them in an orange jumpsuit. We got to get them in there. Little do they know, people could still vote for Trump even if he was in prison. And could you imagine what type of defeat that would be if people voted, 76 million people voted for Donald Trump, even though he was in prison? So you got Democrats, old Joyless Reed, we finally got a name for her. She was making lives. Oh, I'll vote for a corpse before I vote for Donald Trump. Well, people would have voted for Donald Trump in prison over voting for Kamala Harris or Joe Biden. Mr. Warmonger. They have not succeeded at anything when it came to Donald Trump. Nothing. The closest that they got was his money, which he's a billionaire, and he's got lawyers and he's got all these people to pay, and he got the conviction. That's the only thing the Democrats got, which is what? It's freaking pennies, bro. Pennies. Pennies compared to what they were trying to get. And they couldn't get it from him. They could not get this man down no matter what. And the thing that I can respect about this man is every step of the way, he just got up, handled it, went to court, ran a campaign, had to fight the legal system the whole way through, and came out on top. Came out on top. Now, if that's not somebody that should be respected, I don't know what is. If I had to fight Donald Trump, if I was going up against Donald Trump like a Democrat, let me be honest with y'all. I would say, yo, this man doesn't quit. He doesn't go down. Why don't we, like Tulsi Gabbard and RFK Jr. and Elon Musk and even Morning Joe and Mika, let's just join them. Like, let's just join them. Because at this point, he's not going down. And he won't quit. And let's just figure out a way for us to fit within his system. I won't be surprised if old Kamala asks for a position. Because I heard she was mighty sad on election day. She was mighty sad. She was so sad on election day, she didn't even come out to talk to her Howard University people that were waiting out there for hours. She might even ask old Donald J. Trump for a position once she gets off Liz Cheney's back. I am happy that Donald Trump gets to dismiss this case. which I'm sure he's going to jump on it, get his lawyers on it, get this case dismissed, done. There's nothing else now that the Democrats can try to pull. Jack Smith, from what I've been reading, has been trying to change this case in so many different ways to try to pin Trump. He was like damn near elected, selected, nominated just to go after this man, from what I've been reading or what I've been hearing. And he failed. And he failed so bad that now he had to resign.
Sensational.
Because Trump told him, like the chess player that he is, if I get elected, within the first hour, I'm getting rid of Jack Smith. Soon as he won the election, not even a week and a half later, Jack Smith is resigning.
Sensational.
He has been playing chess this entire time with them. The Democrats are too simple-minded. The Democrat Party that's been going up against Trump, or the DOJ, they have been playing checkers with this man, and they have been trying to get him on petty little things, and Trump is like, no, this is how we're going to play it. This is how we're going to do it. He's been outsmarting them the entire way. Not to mention, the man's got to outsmart Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Scamala Harris. We're going to call her Skamala, right? Now that y'all don't care about her name no more. We're going to call her Skamala Harris after she ran through $1 billion and we still can't account for where all that money went. He had to go up against Beach Biden and Skamala Harris and avoid prison time and going broke. And did all the above. Shout out to Donald Trump, man. The GOAT. All right. Hiller said he definitely would have voted for him in prison. I would have gave him the vote too. I mean, I was giving him the vote anyway. It didn't really matter. As long as his name was on the ballot, I'm sure people would have wrote his name in. It was that bad. They would have wrote his name in. Trump's granddaughter wants to be like her grandpa because he does not give up and he loves America. America. Yeah, man. I mean, Trump is, you know what Trump has shown, as much as he's a billionaire and as much as he's, I guess, because he would not necessarily be a relatable person in our everyday lives, right? Let's just keep it a buck, right? But since he's went through all this BS, he's more relatable than ever because we got to go through BS all the time. And he's shown that when he has a purpose, he's just going to go after it. And as a person that can't relate to a billionaire, I can relate to hard work. I can relate to being an entrepreneur, and I can relate to a person that needs to get their respect because they're not willing to give up what they are here to do. And I said, you know what? I don't got to be a billionaire to understand that this man could have quit a very long time ago. I don't have to understand. Well, I can give him my vote and I can understand, and we don't have to be relatable to understand that this man lost millions of dollars being the president of the United States, and he's running again. He didn't want to take the salary to become the president. This is why I think Elon Musk was going to do a good job. I hear he doesn't want the money either. And then I look back and say, well, what's the incentive for the guy? Like he's literally just doing this out of just to run the country and put it in the right place. And maybe it could be power. Yeah, for sure. Why not? I'm not going to act like, Donald Trump doesn't want power. That would be silly of me not to think that. But okay, that's what he wants compared to being corrupt and taking money and all this stuff. Give him my vote all day, man. So shout out to Trump for evading that charge from the New York, right? The left's BS is what caused folks to wake up and start checking things for themselves. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I think what happened was it was a prime example of playing your card too much, right? Doing the same move over and over and over, like in a fight or anything, right? It's almost like a game plan that you've continuously showed people, and then now they know how the play works, and so it's not as effective anymore. And I think that in the beginning it worked, right? Let's just keep it a buck, right? In the beginning it worked for the left. Donald Trump's a racist. Donald Trump, father was, something with the KKK, and a lot of it worked in the beginning, right? I think some of that came to play in 2020 alongside, just the economy being kind of messed up in 2022. I'm not going to dismiss that on why he might have lost amongst a few other things, just the election in general. But I think it worked at that time. And I think they kept playing that card, and people started to say, wait a minute. Like, he didn't say that. He didn't do this, X, Y, and Z. And they started doing their own research, and then the media started to look dumb. And isn't it funny when you actually see the media now? Like, now that you know the move that they're going to play, for example, when he said, like, Puerto Rico is a floating island of garbage, and it was a comedian that said that, but how they tried to tie it to Donald Trump. But if you don't watch the news or you don't listen to the news or something, you'll just take that at face value and say, oh my gosh, he made another racist comment. But when you're woke up to it and you say, well, he didn't say it, X, Y, and Z, there was a bunch of people there, very big rally, it was very successful. You can now see that the media is full of garbage. Because they're not talking about all the other things. They're talking about this one particular incident. And when you're woke up to it, you're like, okay, I already understand the move that you're trying to play. You've been playing the same move for 8 years. And it hasn't worked. And so this is why I think this is an exciting time right now. I think it's an exciting time right now for the media, because people understand what is being fed to them, and they don't like what's being fed to them. They just watched 76 million people vote for Donald Trump, and they're scratching their heads like, why would they vote for a fascist? Why would they vote for a felon? Why? Because they're starting to see none of that stuff matters. And number two, some of that stuff is not even true. It's not. And then Obama. Shame on you, Obama. His whole entire goal, if you guys really, really watch Obama in this campaign, his entire role was to, bring out the black men, but it was to try to make Kamala Obama, and then he was meant to try to downplay Donald Trump and make him look like this racist, right? But he made himself look very bad. And I think that Barack Obama probably will be taking several seats come next campaign time. When he said that Donald Trump did the Charlottesville thing, I was like, okay, man, this guy's grasping for straws. Like, his main goal is to try to make Donald Trump look like a racist. And he's doing a horrible job. But I don't think any of the Democrats had a sense of direction and a sense of a message. And I think they just went out there swinging at every pitch that came their way. And what they landed on was, y'all need to vote for Kamala because she's a woman. She's a woman of color, and that is it. And if not, then shame on you when you look at your daughter. And Obama ruined his reputation messing with Kamala Harris.
Sensational.
As a black man who voted for him, and I was like, oh man, this guy's cool, man. Blah, 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 stuck into the illusion of what they wanted Obama to appear as. And then when you actually wake up, like you just said, healer's healer, and you look and you say, oh wow, people woken up. You say, man, Obama is, he just says a bunch of words, but he ain't really saying nothing. He ain't really saying nothing. And then when I actually hear him say something during the Kamala Harris campaign, I'm like, oh, wow, this guy is divisive. He's basically trying to make men feel like they're bad if they don't vote for a woman and they're misogynist. That's division within itself. Epitome of it. And he got up there and started talking to some man Obama full of crap, bro. Full of crap, bro. You should have stayed in your prime and stopped talking, but now you've ruined yourself. So, you know, let's go to what's the next part we got on here? What's this? Oh no, that's not. I keep saying live. That is not live. Let me get rid of this. But yeah. Let me find this other segment real quick. Let's see. Thought I had a different segment in here. Oh, let me play this. No, I'm not gonna play that one. I'm not gonna play that one. No, that's it. I think that's it. I'm gonna say the other ones for tomorrow, for another show. But yeah, man. Glad America's back, man. I really am. I'm glad America's back. I'm glad that, I had a conversation with a guy named Dylan today, man. Shout out to Dylan if you see this on the live stream. We were talking, and he was like, he had a particular person he was talking to, and the person was saying like how expensive things were, and he basically sells a particular product, right? That's very, very important to individuals. And she was complaining about how expensive everything is, and she's a Democrat.
Sensational.
And it was kind of funny when we were like, man, like this is what she voted for. Like this was bundled in your vote. When you voted for Joe Biden, you voted for inflation, you voted for wars, you voted for this confusion that we have when it comes to our children. Like, and you're complaining about the same thing that you voted for. And I gave him a response, and I said, you know what, this is kind of the other part and the sad part about being an American, because we complain a lot, right? We're spoiled, right? Here we are talking about like women's rights, reproductive rights, aka abortion, and we're voting based on that compared to everything we got going on in the world, right? 70 million or 71 million people voted for Kamala for, reproductive rights. Not the fact that women can't wear what they can wear and they can't vote, because there's some other countries where women really don't have rights. We're voting based on abortion. I said sometimes Americans, we're just spoiled and we don't understand how good we have it, but and that's why we just kind of got to that conversation that policies matter. Policies 100% matter when it comes to voting. You can't just vote for anybody and just say, well, I just like how they look. I like how they talk, but then they don't have anything to offer the American people. Right. So, yeah, we're just glad that America's back. And that was our conversation. We got that feeling that like people are excited again. People are excited to where the economy's going in the next 4 years. And let's just put it this way. I don't care what ends up happening, but I would much rather Donald Trump be the person that tries to fix this mess than we have Kamala Harris for 4 more years, who really isn't even Kamala Harris. It's really the Democratic machine at the very top that's running all of this. So, I mean, it is what it is, and I don't care how it goes.
Sensational.
All right. So this was a quick little hour show. I want to get into the 10K. I want to get into my 10K, all you subscribers, man, because you guys have made this a journey. So I want to play this video, and then I want to get into it. Appreciate it, Obi. Appreciate it. I do. I'm actually about to touch on that right now. I just ran a quick show. I just wanted to get some content in. I really wanted to talk about, Donald Trump and him being able to evade, that New York case and get that dismissal. So let's go over here. Let's go there. Let's go to Go Player. All right, let's go.
The people that were my so-called friends always needed something from me. Can I borrow this money? Can I use your car? Can you help me here? Can you pick me up at the airport? Can you drop me off at the airport at 2 in the morning? But the minute you ask them to help you with something, they don't answer the phone. You need to separate yourself from those people and surround yourself by only good and true and kind and genuine people that are happy for you. Because most people are going to be unhappy at your success. So those guys in college that you were partying with, rolling these big joints, bro, get away from those people. What you need to do is be around the people that are just like you, that want to succeed. And those people are going to make you better. Those people are going to remind you, yo, you don't need to have a drink. Let's just have something nice to eat. What's on your plate? How can I help you and be a better friend? Get away from all the trash. Fuck the clubs. Fuck that. Sit down and figure out how to make your business better, how to make you better. Go to the gym. Go on a run. Go for a swim in the beach. Go play tennis. Do something positive that's good for you.
All right, y'all. Appreciate all the love too, by the way. Appreciate the love for the 10K. Shout out to everybody on here. Obi came in. Congrats on the 10K. Let's see. Roro, happy. She's a happy 10K boss. Dylan, my man DT says, happy 10K. Oh yeah, no problem, Obi. I just appreciate you dropping in. And hey, here we go right there. It said, love the new real estate videos as well. A lot more real estate videos are going to come out. Those are actually older real estate videos that I'm actually resurfacing now. So thank you, man. Make sure you like every video. Help me with the algorithm, because a lot of those videos I put a lot of work in and I got discouraged, man. I was literally about to start deleting some of them videos or just saving them and just putting them in the archive. But I am going to resurface a lot of my real estate videos, because that is where the content is heading. I want to be able to get on more real estate and everything. So we'll talk about real estate. We'll talk about finance. We'll talk about politics. We're going to talk about it all, right? Because I want to help everybody, right? Alta says my chat decided to finally work. Congrats, 10K. Thank you. Yes, sir. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, Obi. So the time has come. Yes. Yes, the time has come. I get to finally express myself. Shout out to my guy Rob. I was in the office today, getting some things going on or whatever, and he stops by, man, and he's like, "Hey, where you at? You in the office?" I'm like, yeah, I'm in the office. Stops by, he says, "Hey, got a bottle of champagne, man. I want to just celebrate with you." And I didn't ask him to. And I was like, man, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate everybody who sent me the appreciation, man. I mean, it's the ones that have seen the journey and that have seen me, they have seen me posting for years. Thank you. Like genuinely, I just say thank you, because every time one of you guys liked it or you mentioned that you seen my video when I didn't have many subscribers, it was one of those things that literally kept me going. Literally. Just the one, okay, cool, man. They seen it, they liked it, or they commented on it, or they brought it up out of nowhere when I seen them. Y'all don't understand. Seeing 10,000, the number, is not necessarily anything about notoriety. It's nothing about money. It's just the goal that I was chasing. And I wanted to get there because I knew I could, and I knew it was a hard thing to do. And Obi just mentioned that he liked a lot of my real estate videos. And this is how my channel started off, right? I started off doing real estate videos, and I did real estate videos for about 4 years, and I was making videos with my guy Rob, who came to the office today. And we were doing great videos, but no traction at all. And I got discouraged. And I remember telling Rob, listen, bro, I'm like, at this point, I'm just making videos so my little daughter can say, hey, my dad's on YouTube. I'm like, I'm getting no traction. I'm almost thinking about just forgetting about it and not documenting the process anymore because it's getting a little discouraging. I had to find a new purpose. And finally, man, I remember I was in the shower at the gym and I pray a lot. And something in me said, you will reach 1,000 subscribers. You will get monetized. You will accomplish your goals, but you will have to pivot and it may be uncomfortable. And I wanted to keep my channel a real estate channel. And I didn't want to get away from it because I had like over 100 something videos. And it was uncomfortable for me to step out and start doing political commentary and to doing reactions. And like I didn't know what else to do because I wanted to do just real estate. And finally, I hopped out of my own way. And I said, all right, I'm going to always be authentically me 100% of the time. And I start trying new things. And all of a sudden, things started to grow. And all of a sudden, I hit 1,000 subscribers, right? And I'm like, oh, snap, I hit 1,000. Then I got monetized. Then I made my first dollar in YouTube. After 4 years, I made my first dollar in YouTube. And I'm like, oh, man, it was $100, right? Because you got to hit $100 to get the threshold, to get the money. And that $100 was literally the proof of concept that I needed to say, man, it's not even about the money. And I promise y'all, when I got the $100 and I make money in YouTube now, it's not the money. The money is cool. It's a byproduct. It's like, cool, it's there. I just throw it in a high yield savings account. See, I'm giving y'all a little bit of game. This is the type of stuff I'm going to be dropping on my YouTube now, right? I just throw it in a high yield savings account. I let it do its thing, right? And I'm like, it's not even the money. It's the enjoyment that I get from accomplishing a goal that I set. I promise you, it sounds corny as hell. I know it does, but it literally is it. I'm not eating off this money. I'm doing this because I wrote in my journal that sits beside my bed, that one day I'll have 1,000 subscribers. One day I'll be monetized from YouTube. One day I'll be doing this. One day I'll be doing that. And I wrote these things down. I promise you, I can go get my book right now and show you when I wrote it, the date and everything. I am just excited to finally hit 10,000 subs because it's hard work. It's been pivoting. You guys have been absolutely phenomenal through the entire process. You guys that join my live streams, y'all don't understand that. Right now, I see the number that it's at right now, and it could be a bit discouraging, but I see a bunch of zeros after that. But I have to stick in the journey. I got to stay here. I got to practice. And you guys are watching the tree grow, right? And if I'm not mistaken, the last thing I'll say is, I think it's called the bamboo tree that takes like 10 years to grow. But when it grows fast, right? And while you're watering the tree, it appears to be very, very, it's a long process, right? It doesn't grow very quickly. But I believe at a certain year, then the tree just starts to sprout, right? And so this is my YouTube journey. This is what's been going on. I've been making videos, trying things, not seeming to work. And then last year, literally last August is when I see my first substantial growth in YouTube. Then I got monetized by literally November last year. Like maybe literally like 2 weeks ago to the day last year, I got my first 1,000 subscribers. And we are now at 10K. No, that just came off the what's the name. I rigged my 1K balloons. Let's see if it'll stick for the show. It'll stick for the show. But anyways, yeah, we got that. We'll rig it. We'll rig it. But yeah, it's just been exciting. And everybody has been making this milestone moment really special. I don't normally like to celebrate things. I normally like to enjoy getting to the goal, and I literally just wake up, start the next day, and then I just keep working. My guy Rob asked me the same thing. Hey man, what are you doing for this? And I told him for the first time, I said, you know what? I'm actually enjoying myself, man. I went to the cigar bar yesterday, downtown Birmingham, one of my favorite spots to go to treat myself. And I said, I'm going to enjoy this moment, man. I actually am. I was like, I'm going to enjoy this win, because in life, you got to enjoy the things that are important to you, whether you enjoy it with a bunch of people or nobody. And it must be special to you. And to everybody that sent me the 10K, congrats 10K. And the ones that have been on the journey with me and have kind of seen my growth, I appreciate all y'all, man. You guys have been great. You guys have been absolutely great. So I couldn't wait to come on here and just actually share my thoughts that I've had trapped in my head with people telling me thank you. And it's been great, man. It's been great. And it's been humbling as well. It's been humbling. And this is why I appreciate each and every one of y'all. This is why I do things like subscriber shout outs on my reactions, right? And I'll give you the real deal. The reason why I do subscriber shout outs on my channel is because I remember not getting any comments on my videos. And I remember I just wanted people to comment on them just so I can get feedback, right? Like even if they said, man, I hate your hair. Or when I had hair at the time, or man, this is stupid, man. But I just wanted to get some type of feedback when I was doing my real estate videos. And so when I do a subscriber shout out, number one, it's my way to say thank you for just commenting. Number two, it's for you to feel special, because that's what I wanted to feel when I made that video. And I just wanted to see people's comments, right? This is why I read y'all comments right now in my super chat. Super chat. But shout out to the super chat from Greg. This is why I read y'all comments on my live stream, because I appreciate every one of y'all. Now, I know I can't get to every comment, and I know I can't read them all, but I put y'all on the screen because it's appreciated 100% that you even are typing, interacting with me. Again, whether you agree or disagree, it's appreciation that I want to show to you, right? That's what this is. So let me read y'all comments. Never give up. Healers Hill said, never give up just like that. Little old ant that can't move a rubber tree plant. Ops, there goes another rubber tree plant. Roro says, you did it, even though the tough moments you pushed through. Be proud, you earned this. And Alta says, understanding real estate is super important. It's just isn't sexy enough for YouTube. Glad you decided to shine it up, sliding Tom McDonald in next to it. That's how I found you. Glad I did. Yes, yeah. I've had to learn to do things differently, right? And it's not, right? And I've learned that just because I might like it and I might be passionate about it, it may not be something that may be interesting to someone else. But if I from Tom McDonald, I'm actually glad I found Tom McDonald too, man. He was like I said, I'd never heard of the guy until like the first video. What was the first video I reacted to him? Oh, You Missed. I never heard of that guy until that time. And I remember Brandon, shout out to Brandon Van Lacken.
Sensational.
Guy I went to school with posted Tom McDonald, and y'all go laugh at me. When he posted Tom McDonald the day, after Trump got this assassination attempt, I said, Tom McDonald. And I thought it was, is his name Mike McDonald? The guy that sings that song, Keep Forgetting. I'm like, why is he number one? I'm like, did that song go number one? And I thought it was like some type of troll thing, like after the election. And I was like, let me listen to this. And I started seeing other people start talking about it. And that was my first one. What's his name? Is it Mike McDonald? Yeah, I keep forgetting. Yeah, Michael McDonald is who I thought it was. And I was like, why is he trending? But my ignorance led me to Tom McDonald. And then I was like, hey, this guy's pretty dope. You keep running through Tom's catalog. You haven't even scratched the surface. Yeah, that's why I said I got to get back to Tom McDonald, because I've been doing Pete and Boz lately, and I can only do so many reaction videos with my work schedule and then real estate and stuff. And yeah, it's some other songs from Tom I gotta listen to. I got them actually written down in my phone, just haven't gotten to them. So maybe I'll probably I might do kind of what I did with Pete and Boz, and I might just go down like a Tom McDonald month and just Tom McDonald like for like 3 weeks and just go all the way down all his songs. That way I'm not like doing all these different artists. But yeah. The first time I heard Tom McDonald, You Missed. So that was your first song too? You Missed? That was your first song too? Let me see something real quick, man. See if I got I think there was another video I wanted to react to, but yeah, like I said, I never heard of the guy until that. And then I just I like his story, man. Guy from Canada who also lives in Michigan, so he's got like dual citizenship. And then he loves America. And to me, like I said, somebody from a different country that also loves America, that speaks volumes, because they understand why America is so important and why it's a great country. Let's talk about this. Let me see. 12 minutes ago, not this, but we're going to talk about the Jake Paul fight. President-elect Trump has nominated Scott Turner, a former NFL player and Texas lawmaker, to lead Department of Housing and Urban Development. Oh, it's a black guy. I mean, not that it matters, but I know they were trying to get at Trump for, here, I'll put it on the screen real quick. They were trying to get at Trump for, I shouldn't say they. I should say the liberals were like, oh, he doesn't have someone of color. Look at Trump. And looks like he found. I gotta stop. Looks like he has somebody here. I don't want to play this video. Netflix. I need to get some more tea. Netflix is being sued. Netflix is being sued. Get the hell out of here. Here, let's throw this on the screen. Two more segments and we'll get off this thing. People so stupid. Yeah. I like that song. People so stupid. It's just because it's so true. Like, some of the stuff, definitely when he starts talking about like the woke politics and stuff, and like when he starts going down that road, man, I start laughing because it's the truth. It is just the truth, man. All right, let's see. But people don't want to talk about the truth. They want to act like it's not there, but not no more. Not since we got old Donald Trump back in office. So Donald Trump has elected Scott Turner as a former NFL and Texas lawmaker to lead Department of Housing and Urban Development, HUD, which is something that I'm going to be excited about, because being a person that is in real estate, I want to see what type of things they're going to do.
And the model is the minimum investment for
what they're going to do in real estate. So I am pretty excited to see that. I know that him and Tim Scott before had created what was called opportunity zones. And one thing I like about opportunity zones was that it actually was an incentive for a lot of investors to invest into the hood or into really distressed areas. And so it was a big tax incentive to do so. So that was something that I thought was really interesting that Trump did under his administration. So I am interested to see what other things Trump may implement when it comes to HUD, is what I call it, HUD, housing and urban development. I'm really excited to see if Trump if he can, man, this is a really hard ask for Trump, but I'm gonna say it. I'm wondering if he can find a way to bring more inventory to real estate, because right now that is what is really drying out the real estate market, is the fact that you got so many homeowners that want to live the American dream, right? New buyers, and they don't have enough homes to look at. And so the homes that are on the market, everyone's kind of going to them and they're driving up the prices, right? So I'm interested to see if he can find a way to bring more inventory. What incentives will he bring that won't hurt us as far as the economy, that will force sellers to bring their properties on the market? So hopefully him and Scott Turner can do so, or come up with programs for investors so that we can, stay investing. So we'll see. And then he's here. He's a black man. So now I guess, what does the media have to say now? Right? Because old race bait Al Sharpton wanted, they don't even give anything any time. They wanted to go down this road of, oh, you see, there ain't no black people in Trump's administration. And I was like, well, Tim Scott was a part of it last time, if I wasn't mistaken. And I'm like, he's not done electing all of these cabinet members. Like, I hear there's a lot of cabinet members that he has to literally appoint and assign. And it sounds like he's trying to do it now so that he has less of resistance when it comes to actually, getting these people in position. And that's why with Matt Gaetz, and I see your question, maybe, it was probably a good thing that he tapped Matt Gaetz on the shoulder. He's seen all the pushback and maybe even got pushback from the Republican Party. And then now Trump can say, instead of this being a thing that would stop me day one, let's just remove him. And he hired, it was a female, I can't remember her name, but I think she was a prosecutor in Florida. So, these are the type of things that I think Trump may be learning from. Do y'all think DeSantis is going to stick Matt Gaetz in Rubio's soon to be vacated seat? I heard something about him doing that. I don't know. And again, I'll be honest with you, I don't know much about how this works. I don't really know how that works. But I'm sure he'll find a position. I'm sure they'll find him somewhere. But yeah, so Trump hires his, black cabinet member. Not that, I don't care about that type of stuff, but it now defeats the media's, talking point. And so what do y'all have to say about that now? Right? We're going to say, oh, he's to be a football player. Trump's hiring more people from, what's the name? Linda McMahon and this and that. Like, the media, like, these people from mainstream media are going to be freaking crying for the next 4 years about everything Trump does. Every step this man takes, they are literally going to make a segment on it. And this is exactly why they will fail in their ratings, because they're not being honest with the American people. Okay? So you're telling me everybody that Trump's already put in place is bad. I like Elon Musk. And the reason why I like Elon Musk in the Department of Government Efficiencies is because a person who is a businessman, right? There's so much waste in every business, right? That you need someone or need a department to come in and say, okay, instead of paying for this, you can save money over here, use it here, and then you won't have to, waste so much money every year or every single month, right? I've had to do personal audits on myself where I had to say, why am I paying X amount for all these subscriptions? And why don't I just dial that down and do this? And why am I paying for this? And okay, credit cards are this much. Like, I have to do that to myself. So I like Elon Musk for two reasons. Number one, he's got successful businesses, so he knows how to run a business alongside with Vivek. So that's really a second reason, right? He's got successful businesses. Vivek is also a business owner, and he's doing a good job. Number three, from what I hear, Elon Musk doesn't even want to take a salary. He's worth $300 billion. Like, what more money? What's an incentive to Elon Musk? The dude walks around with shirts that are almost too short on him. Like, he don't care about money. And so I think You need people like that in power, right? He's going to enjoy the power part of it. Yes, I think they all do. But when they're not trying to be money hungry and corrupt, I think that's a good thing because so many people are taking the money. Trump, Musk, I mean, you're not going to find other people like this in another administration or another presidency because this is not normal. Billionaires that are actually going to be, some form of, running the United States, that's not normal. Unless it's Nancy Pelosi, which they become millionaires somehow, but they're getting paid like $100 and something $1,000, but now they're millionaires. But you don't really get billionaires that are literally looking to make America better. So there's a lot of reasons why I like Elon Musk in that. So let's see what Scott Turner does. Let's see if he actually brings some great things to real estate. I'm super excited being a person that's an investor and an agent. I'm very, very interested to see what they'll do on the investing side. All right. The amazing fellas at Doge are going to bring you that inventory. The biggest hurdle to adding to the market is all the BS regulations. Once they slash and burn, companies will start building. And there you go. And that's it right there. Just exactly. I want to know what type of things they're going to do so that we can, again, because building houses, like you said, there's a lot of regulation on that. So much freaking BS when it comes to permits and everything, right? So, and there's investors out here that are looking to buy, but when they start figuring out all the stuff they got to go through, they just say, forget it, or maybe I won't do as many. I'll just do only one or two. And so, yeah, hopefully they come in, they find ways where they can incentivize investors to build more and they can incentivize home sellers to sell. And that's a very good point. And Trump is all about cutting regulation. And I'm okay with that as long as it speeds up the process and it doesn't hurt. There's also a backroom chatter about limiting corporate ownership of single family homes, but I doubt that will go anywhere. I got to research that one. Yeah, because hedge funds, they have been killing it the last 5 years. They are buying single family homes and they're paying over for these houses, and they're not going to let these houses go. They're not. They're just going to stay in their portfolio. And you know what? If I was in a hypothetical world, corporate ownership, I'm not a fan of the federal government kind of creating these type of restrictions and guidelines. But for that particular thing, I actually might be okay with it because that's kind of why we're in the position we're in now. Just a little bit. Because when a hedge fund buys a property, it's done. It's in their portfolio. It's an investment. It's done. Right? They're not bringing it back. And that same house might have hit the market, 3 years later. But maybe corporate ownership, give them who knows? I don't know, 10 years, maybe no more than 15 years or something like that. And then let them do something called a 1031 exchange, which means that they can put it into a tax deferred. It's a tax deferment. And then they can still buy another property, but they have to sell that house within 15 years, put it into a 1031, and they can defer their taxes and they can buy another property, something like that. So I ain't trying to bore y'all, but I mean, even something like that, not a super fan of, but I can get it if that means bringing inventory back and not causing a housing shortage, which we have now. The richest man on earth sold his mansions and lives in a tiny house. Elon just wants to slash enough regulations to get the red tape off his going to colonize Mars planet. I just think that Elon must know what he's doing, to be honest. I just think he does. I think he's just one of these people that they're just very smart and they see things that we don't. All right, let's look at this, man, and then I'm gonna get off this. It's about this Jake Paul fight. I seen this fight, y'all, and I even streamed it last Friday. Some of y'all may have seen it. let me give y'all my real thoughts. I'm not gonna hold back on how I feel. You know, I was a bit disappointed, right, in the main event. And when I seen Mike Tyson come out the first round, I said, okay, he's coming out with energy. Okay, I seen Jake Paul looked a little bit scared, like he doesn't know how to really react to someone who's running up on him and ready to fight. And by the end of the second round, all that stopped. And then after that, the fight was over. Third round, you could tell Mike didn't have his legs. I think he tripped on the way out. And when he tripped on the way out, I was like, uh-oh. I was like, hopefully that's just a fluke, but we'll look past that. And he just was done. Mike Tyson was done. And we all tuned in just for Mike Tyson in the first place. Okay. None of us are tuning in. Well, I shouldn't say none of us, but most of us are not tuning in to see Jake Paul fight. We're just not. We don't care about Jake Paul. We get that he's trying to fight everybody beyond his prime. We were just hoping that Mike Tyson can give us a glimpse of how he used to fight. And it's a little bit of hope. It's a little bit of fantasy. It's a little bit of dreaming. But it was a bad fight. I mean, obviously, it was a bad exhibition fight. Jake Paul could have really taken Mike out. But Mike Tyson's 58 years old. You know what I'm saying? He's 58 years old. So, you know, it's really a win for Mike at the end of the day. Because Mike got about like $20 million. And we knew Mike didn't have to knock him out. And we knew Mike Tyson, if he lost, he doesn't have to fight ever again. But for Jake Paul, he got like $40 million. But Jake Paul keeps that same stigma on him, which is you have to fight real fighters. And then throughout the fight, it was buffering. And I think this is what we're going to talk about now because I hear there's a lawsuit out going on Netflix. So let's see what they're talking about. This must have been when he was in like the first round or something.
Netflix is being sued for the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight stream. The streaming quality during the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson event was not great to say the least, especially on TV. There was a lot of buffering, a lot of connection issues. It was hard to log in. Some people couldn't even watch the fight and access the event, and it was just a whole mess for their first boxing event on Netflix. With them now being hit with a class action lawsuit over it, court documents were obtained showing Ronald Blue Denton filed the suit in Florida on Monday, just 3 days after he says he and thousands of others struggled to watch Netflix's broadcast. Denton claims that as soon as he and others tuned into the broadcast at around 8 p.m. Eastern time,
Dave Portnoy posted a video showing he was having troubles getting
on Friday, they were faced with legendary problems, including no access, streaming glitches, and buffering issues. The woes, of course, were well documented all over social media on the night of the fight, as many flocked to their X pages to gripe about the quality of the product, as boxers went in and out of the ring before the evening's main event. As you can see, Dave Portnoy not even being able to access the stream. Denton is suing Netflix for breach of contract among other things, and he's asking for unspecified damages. For Netflix's part, it hasn't been publicly commented on the pending litigation, although it did acknowledge in a statement Saturday that there were issues with streams during the event. We don't want to dismiss.
So class action lawsuit, doesn't that mean like other people can come onto that lawsuit too? Like if anybody else experienced it, it can just be like a bunch of people on the lawsuit. Isn't something like that?
It's the poor experience of some members, Netflix officials stated, and we know we have room for improvement, but still consider this event a huge success. So pretty crazy, Netflix being hit with a class action lawsuit over the stream of the Mike Tyson vs. Jake Paul event. Let me know if you guys encountered any of these issues on fight night. I did, watching the event personally, but let me know your thoughts in the comments down below.
Yeah, this fight was I gotta call it what it is. This fight was trash.
Wait a minute.
This fight was trash. And then on top of it being trash, and it's not from Mike Tyson. I mean, I tuned in only for Mike, and then I still love Mike Tyson, so it don't matter. This didn't change me one way or the other. The Netflix experience was just horrible. Like I felt like I was back on the internet back in 1999, man, 2001. It was buffering like crazy. And, if you're going to, if you're going to run it on a free platform, not free platform, but $14 platform, whatever it is, like, come on. Like, you got to know there's going to be a lot of people that are going to tune in to Netflix. Ain't Netflix like $20 now or something crap? But either way, it's pretty accessible to a lot of people. Netflix, I think that from a business perspective, listen, it's a good way to see if you're going to then Maybe bring NFL or NBA games onto your platform. But you started off a little bit shaky, which a lot of businesses do with new ideas. People are not going to trust it as much. But that buffering, you can't, man, it was very bad. Like, it was one fight that I was really enjoying, which was the women's fight, which was the fight of the night, by the way, y'all.
Sensational.
Serrano, she got robbed. But I was watching that fight, and I'm like, oh, my gosh, it's buffering. And they were fighting. They were actually handling business. And so I think that, Netflix, they got to get it together. But I also got to look at it from a business perspective. And the business perspective is that this is, I think, their first time ever even doing something that was live. And so Hulu's able to do it. Peacock has been able to do it. So it can be done. And so you do got to give them a little bit of credit for going outside the box, because it brought that many people to Netflix, which also shows you their reach. It shows me Netflix's reach. And by the way, what is Netflix's stock right now? I think I'm so behind on that crap that I should have been investing into Netflix stock a long time ago. And it might be a good time to buy it now if people are all upset about it, because I think they're onto something. Oh my gosh, their stock is $897. Man, should I still buy it? I think I might have to still buy Netflix though. I might have to add that to the portfolio. Whew. Their stock's still doing pretty good. I mean, Interesting. Dang, that's almost $1,000. Netflix has grown. I remember Netflix didn't used to be that high, but so that's my business perspective, is that, shout out to them for trying. I think when they get it right, they'll be absolutely amazing, man. And I think they might end up becoming a leader, because if they can find a way to get like all the NBA games and all the NFL games, they can stronghold the market. So we'll see. But yeah, I mean, the fight was trash. Hate to see Mike like that. Glad to see him get that money. Just hate to see him like that, But also too, like, Mike had made a post where, back earlier in this year, like, he had like some blood transfusions and dude almost passed away. So he just fought Roy Jones Jr. like last year, and he was doing really well. So you could tell there's 100% difference. So, but if Mike Tyson, 100% did it for himself, and whether that was for the money or for himself to prove, so be it. Let Mike Tyson do his thing. Netflix, y'all got to get it together, man. Y'all can't run an event like that and have your servers crashing left and right. I mean, I literally was sitting on the screen for about almost 6 to 7 minutes, and then you would just kick me out of the damn app. So, y'all got to get it together, but there is an upside to it. And I guess the people on my live stream, listen, I think Netflix, I mean, it's high now, but Netflix might be a decent buy. I mean, I think if they're trying those type of things out, it makes me think that they got some things up their sleeve, and it may be a good time to buy their stock still. Might go all the way up, man. Just my opinion. Just the way I look at things, right? I don't always look at the doom and gloom of stuff, but maybe. Yeah, Healer's Hill. Tyson's still the man. He still got my love. Again, nobody cared whether Tyson lost. We just didn't want Tyson to get knocked out. We didn't want him to get embarrassed. And watching him kind of walk around the ring and bite on his freaking glove, which I don't know what that was about. It was hard to watch, man. It was very hard to watch. And so I don't want Mike to step into the ring ever again. And it's not saying that being funny. It's just because, like, 58 years old, I mean, there's so much more to lose at that point. You get hit wrong at that time, which Jake could have very well have done it, right? Jake had a lot of energy in that fight to go at Mike if he wanted to. You get hit the wrong way, it's going to be messed up, right? So shout out to my man, BX Mel, man. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I did my 10K speech, a little minute ago, so Thank everybody, all my go-getters on the channel that have done that. Alta said she didn't watch the fight. As bad as Mike Tyson was in his day, at his age, the lack of pizzazz was to be expected. The fight gave Mike a chance to make some needed cash flow, and that's all it was. That's all it was. That's all it was. Thank you. Thank you. You have a good one. Tyson is a reminder, don't do drugs, kids.
Sensational.
Yeah, man, that was sad, bro. That was real sad to watch Mike Tyson freaking get smacked up like that, but whatever. He landed 18 punches. 18. I'm like, dang, bro. I box for sport. You know what I'm saying? I can definitely land more than 18, but it is what it is. But y'all, I gotta get up out of here, man. And this was fun, right? I just wanted to be able to share this moment. I can now compare this show to my 1K celebration show, to my 5K celebration show, which was a couple months ago. And now we're at 10K. We're at 10K right here. Yes, sir. I might keep this up for a minute. I might keep this one up for a minute. I don't know. Yeah, I might keep this up for a minute. I don't know. So the next time we celebrate channel, we're going to celebrate at 25K, which is a quarter way to the goal. We'll celebrate at 50,000. And after 50,000, we won't celebrate for a while until we get to 100. And we go get there. We go get there. We go get there. All right. I don't know if y'all see it, but it's just missing a 0. I forgot to go buy the other 0. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be right here, but I see the 0 and I see the plaque. All right. I heard there was no uppercut clause. I heard some stuff was going on with the contract and stuff. So who knows? Probably, but it was entertainment. We all needed something to look forward to on a Friday night. I didn't have nothing else going on. I got to see the Serrano fight. That was a good fight. The Barrios fight was pretty straight too. That was the first fight. So, it was entertainment. I could have did without the buffering though. All right, man. I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. Appreciate all y'all and y'all love. All right. Let's go now. And like I say, after every video, that this is chess, not checkers. And I'm going to see y'all at work. Thank y'all who have all subscribed. Every one of you guys have helped me get to 10K. And to the next milestone and to the next show. Remember, at the end of the day, this is chess, not checkers. And I'm going to see y'all at work 2 times.
Get comfortable, brother, get comfortable. I'm about to get comfortable, brother, get comfortable. We don't consistently do what we do. Talking is talk, walking is walk. I'm about to get comfortable, brother, get comfortable. I'm about to get comfortable, brother, get comfortable. Oh, they don't like that. Oh, because I'm here and they ain't going nowhere. I'm about to get comfortable, brother, get comfortable. I'm about to get comfortable, brother, get comfortable. We don't consistently do what we do. Talking is talk, walking is walk. I'm about to get comfortable, brother, get comfortable. I'm about to get comfortable, brother, get comfortable. Oh, they don't like that. Oh, because I'm here and they ain't going nowhere.
The question for me is, can I play without cheating this game? The day I can't give the game everything on the floor is the day I'll be done. Lucky for you guys, that day is not today.